Good morning, you beautiful people. Welcome back to High Top Sports. Waking up with High Top. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys had yourself a fantastic Wednesday. Listen, boys and girls, this show is going to be a little bit different than they've been the last couple of days, and we're going to see how this thing works out. But it's going to be a call-in show, all right? So that's it. You call in, you let us know your thoughts and opinions. I think what we'll try to do is have maybe like 2 or 3 things you can call in on. And so where I'm thinking about is we're going to talk about the Bill Belichick situation. So I'm going to drop the link, give you guys a chance to call in. But also, I want to hear, we always do a call-in show after the Texas, after the games. Let's do a call-in show previewing the game. I want your thoughts, your opinions. How do you think this game is going to shape up, right? What are your things you're looking for? What are you hoping for? All those great things. Obviously, this Bill Belichick situation is wild. So I'm going to kind of give you a rundown of that just in case you haven't heard all the details of it and whatnot. And if somebody comes in and says, hey, can we talk about this? And it's a great topic, I'll add it to the mix. All right. So we'll see how it goes. Morning show, we haven't tried this before, but I think it has an opportunity to be fun, to be exciting. So let me go ahead and drop the link in here. And while you guys call in and get all situated into the college, the link is in the chat, boys. Let's talk about this Bill Belichick stuff. Cody, you saw this, right, Coach?
Yeah.
Did you see the North Carolina response?
I saw the letter, the Strickland-esque letter.
Interesting stuff. So it took a while. I think it was a little too late because things were running rampant before this letter finally dropped. So Ollie Collin Ollie, what a name, is where this kind of started. 10.2 million views. And here's a thread that he had on Twitter. So per sources, Bill Belichick has discussed buyout options with North Carolina's hierarchy. Belichick has signed a willingness to trigger his own $1 million buyout if he can find a soft landing with another team or in media. And this is where I believe it. Bill does not want to walk away from the situation. And I believe that cold-heartedly. And obviously media would be a place for him to go. Now, obviously, we're telling the first half of the story. The ending of it kind of, I think eliminates some of this stuff. But it is kind of wild seeing this man who, a 6-time Super Bowl champion kind of just wither away here. Members of Belichick's coaching staff have already spoken to other schools that are expected to be in the college football playoff, talking about on roles during the postseason. From one coach, the Rats are leaving the ship. Some staffers believe a change will come within 2 weeks. Reports of serious recruiting violations remain under investigation at UNC. Recruiting and practice violations have already been proven by the school, according to multiple sources. Using recruit violations to knock down a coach's buyout has become a standard practice. If Belichick cannot find a landing spot to trigger his own buyout, he's expected to accept a greatly reduced compromise rate. Belichick's communication with the staff in the past 2 weeks has been described as weird and distant by multiple members of the coaching staff. Multiple coaches were unable to get a hold of him during UNC's bye week. And from one UNC's defensive assistant, what we've done to these kids is effed up. So, very ugly situation. I mean, there's one losing and just watching this thing become like a dumpster fire, but this has gotten a little bit gross. And then there was a letter. It was just 2 statements. A statement from Carolina Athletics. Bill Belichick says, I'm fully committed to UNC football and the program we're building here. Bubba Cunningham, Director of Athletics. Coach Belichick has full support of the Department of the Athletics and University. And that was it. Not a letter-esque, not this broken down hey, we're not going anywhere. It's all hoopla. I'm committed. Which tells me probably that thread's probably pretty true. Yeah, you're committed until you're not. It's kind of how it looks.
It's just it's bad. It's all bad. It started off bad. It felt bad from the very beginning.
I didn't think it was gonna make
this. It's time to go.
Way worse than I thought. All right, let's get some people in here. Anthony, my man.
Hey guys, what's up?
How we doing, man? Talk to us.
Yeah, this to me, this is not shocking because I told people from the beginning it wasn't going to last a year, and people thought I was crazy. They're like, he's going to be here for 2 or 3 years. I'm like, no, Bill Belichick is just using this to try to get another job in the NFL. He's waiting till another team in the NFL fires their coach, which is already happening with the Dolphins, and the Dolphins might try to hire him and stuff like that to be their new head coach there. So, to me, this was just a what is it called? A platform for him to try to get another job in the NFL.
Stepping stone.
like a holding spot. Just showing like, hey, I'm still coaching. I can still do
And
this.
I feel the whole John Gruden rumor in college is the same exact scenario, in my honest opinion. Or do you think John Gruden is a little bit better because he actually works with high school kids and these college kids through his quarterback school, like the quarterback thing that he does on ESPN during the draft? Like, do you think he would be a little bit more successful, or do you think it's the same thing in your guys' opinions?
I think that he's a PR nightmare for anybody. I think he's blacklisted from the NFL. I think that his only chance to coach again is high school or college.
Well, that's what he's talking about, college, right?
College.
Yeah, I think he would. I think the coaching outlook would be much. I think he could probably go to UNC and do well.
I doubt he gets an SEC job. Like,
correct.
You can't just roll into the SEC and think when you've never.
He's been far removed from the game way too long to step into it. I think that he would put more of a forefront effort than what Bill Belichick has done.
Like a UCLA or something like that. More.
No, like.
I think maybe Virginia. Virginia'd be a good fit.
Virginia Tech. I don't even think Virginia Tech. I think like
a Wake Forest or something like that, or
UAB, something like
Tulane.
that. Tulane.
You don't think a big program in the? I
don't think it's worth. I don't think it's worth the risk. You just saw Bill Belichick do it. And
yeah,
fail.
Bill might have burned that bridge. And I'm not saying like you brought in a 6-time Super Bowl champion that was out for less time from coaching, right? Bill took a year, 2 years off. John's been 4 or 5 years.
But he's been involved. But just because he hasn't been coaching doesn't mean he hasn't been. Like, I understand coaching and what he does is two different things, but let's be honest. He's been working with these kids. He's been mentoring and coaching these kids up and teaching them how to play the quarterback position in the pros and stuff like that. Some of these kids the perfect example of this. I'm going to use Justin Herbert. Actually, he went on Gruden's quarterback school, and people were constantly criticizing Justin Herbert for not reading the field. And Gruden actually admitted the kid can read the field. It's just that the offenses that he was using at Oregon was horrendous. Like they weren't really meant for his type of quarterback, how he plays quarterback. So, to be honest, I think Gruden would be way more successful out of the gate in college because of the fact he knows how to coach these young kids coming out of college already, these quarterbacks and stuff like that, and deal with these kids.
I think if he wants to coach in the SEC, he needs to go be an OC somewhere first.
You don't think he can, like, because the rumors are Florida might go after him as the head coach.
Florida wants anything less than
Florida, no way.
PR job.
The PR issue, the situation that happened with the Raiders, that's still kind of ongoing.
And for me, I looked up that PR situation. It wasn't him specifically that said those comments. It was someone like in the front office that scapegoated him. Like, he didn't say those comments. It was someone in the front office and on his coaching staff. John Gruden didn't say those.
The way that when I looked it up, because he sued the NFL, and he sued the NFL because they released the information.
Yeah, not because the information was wrong.
Not because it was incorrect. It was because they released it when they technically didn't have a right to put it out there. That's the thing is like it was a private conversation that should have never been seen the light of day is where he was arguing. But the fact that what was said or wasn't said, again, like it's such a sticky situation. I don't think there's enough data to truly have a point on it. That's the whole idea of that, like the fact that you're seeing one thing, we're seeing another thing. If you're a school, you're not going to get involved with any of it. You know what I mean? There's not enough.
No. And this is what I'm saying. I think for him, if it's at a bigger conference, it's maybe in a team like a Northwestern where he can be there out of the way and try to rebuild that program.
I mean, Kentucky,
I would mind Northwestern.
Kentucky, if
or like a Vanderbilt or like a Vandy or something like that.
Vandy's
a Vanderbilt.
rolling. Kentucky would work though right now.
Kentucky
Anthony, appreciate you calling me in. Good stuff, man. This was awesome.
Thank you
for being the first guy for busting open and a great conversation, man. Thank you so much, man. Go
Okay.
Gators.
Oh, before I go, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, man.
You guys are SEC fans. If you had a choice of these two combos, Florida State and Clemson or Florida State and Miami, which one would you want to keep all the Florida schools together or separate and have Clemson and Florida State together over Florida State and Miami as overall Florida SEC fans, not just Florida fans?
Into the SEC?
Yeah, into the SEC.
That's a good question.
Give me the Florida schools.
Yeah, I think but based on that option, that's what I would do. Yeah, I don't want Florida State, but
you would rather keep the Florida schools together?
Yeah.
And stuff? Okay. Yeah, no, for me,
based on that option,
I've talked to SEC fans. I think the most likely teams that would prevent Miami from it's not Florida. I think it's overblown that Florida doesn't want FSU or Florida or Miami in the conference. It's more that Georgia and Alabama don't want them in the conference because if Miami comes in the conference, they can basically shut down Alabama and Georgia coming into South Florida to get kids because Mario has good connections with the coaches down here and stuff like that.
If you put the all Florida teams in the SEC, it would be interesting. Great question though, man. Thank you. That was awesome.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Great call, man. You the man, Anthony. Thank you. Be good, man. Go Gators. There was a chat. Muddy said this. And I do kind of agree. And Mobs' bill is 83 and 104 without Brady. It is crazy to see, just how much he's fallen. Belichick is fine. He's lost 70 players, and when he gets a full offseason to get more of his guys, he'll be good. That was kind of my thought process. I thought it was either gonna be really, really good. Like I thought he was gonna be able to come in and kind of make things work with what he had, or he kind of buys into the process. The reason we're talking about Muddy is because it just seems like there's been noise that he's over it. That's my thought. Jay, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, I live in North Carolina, about 45 minutes southeast of Raleigh. Okay. And these people up here are done with Belichick, bro. I got season tickets to UF. I'm down every home game. I come all the way from North Carolina every home game. And I can't stand nobody in the state. I'm from South Carolina originally. I can't stand none of the teams in neither state, but been a UF fan since the early 90s. But I know Boosters personally with UNC, and they're done with it, man. This is over with for him.
Yeah, that was kind of where we start. Like that was where that thread started. Was like everybody's over it, and the only thing that's really kind of keeping it together was the two statements from the head coach and the director of athletics. But it's like that didn't even feel real. Yeah,
the fan base, the Boosters, everybody's done with it up here. I mean, I know people just got season tickets up here, and everybody's about over the Belichick.
I mean, North Carolina football fans, they're patient. Why the?
I don't know. I think they got some hope with Matt Brown coming back, and then a lot of them were kind of upset they let Brown go actually, and now there's Belichick. They don't have a whole lot of patience. This Belichick thing, they were expecting a whole lot more out of it than what it was, and the patience ain't there. I promise you.
James. Can I ask you this? What was the thought process in not going to get a young up and comer?
I can't understand it. That everybody was expecting them to go get somebody young, and when the Belichick was introduced, the fan base fell in love with the idea, and then, I mean, because they expected more out of it. And
so everybody was on board when he was kind of announced.
Everybody, yeah,
and I think we all were. I think we all saw it as like it could be something really special. It just depends on what you're going to get out of it. And again, like this is what I'm talking about. I was like, man, the fall is just it's continuous for Bill at this point because again,
it's turning into a complete circus, man. I mean, from what I'm hearing, I don't know. I got coworkers and everybody else that's got season tickets, and everybody's already selling their season tickets off, and it's a big mess, man.
Scott asked is it Bill's girlfriend's fault?
I'm hearing. I mean, that's the big noise around. Everybody's kind of burnt out with that kind of situation of it too. Is the girlfriend on the sidelines and behind the scenes and the distractions and everything else. And it's turning into, I don't know if you saw the news that come out where the DB coach had some of the players' families on the sidelines and the violations there and stuff. And it's just a whole circus all around with the whole mess he's got going on, man. He's definitely not running type shit.
Like Bill can obviously look, obviously Tom did a lot of great things, but he knows how to run an organization. And I think we can all agree on that and coach a team. I don't think was prepared for the semantics of kids of just like, look, they're still
Nah.
college kids. They're still going to act out and kind of be, dumbheads at times and do dumb stuff. And you've got to kind of hold them accountable. Like you're not going to have a quarterback like Tom Brady to keep guys accountable where you just like, all right, you're not going to play. I don't care. I'm going to cut you. Like, I think, and that's what we don't see. I think that these, this is where the hard part is of coaching these college kids of like, they're still kids. They still act a fool at times. They're still growing up. Yeah.
That's
like,
one
I ain't
thing.
got time for this.
He should know he's got a college kid for a girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest things with Billy, man. And like I said, I come all the way from North Carolina for all the home games. If they play out of state, which I'm glad we got, everybody else is upset about the South Carolina game. I'm kind of glad about it because that's an extra one for me locally. But the culture with these kids, man, you have to develop it. And my biggest thing is I just wish Billy would get an OC because the culture's there with him. The kids are fighting, man. I mean, you don't see a 1-3 team go out and do something like they did Saturday. I was there, and it was special. And I just wish he'd get an OC. If he got an OC, I'm telling you, I love the dude to death. As far as a person and what he's doing with the kids, and you can just see the love the kids have for him. It's just he needs to get an OC.
Unfortunately, that ship sailed, though, James. You know what I mean? I agree with you.
I think it has too, but yeah. I mean, he kind of hinted to it Saturday, or Sunday, whenever the press conference was. I don't know if you called it in his press conference, but he said that's the way our teams look, and they've looked for 8 years when everything's working right. He was trying to throw shade about his play calling there, but
his play calling has never been the issue. Like I've actually defended him week in and week out about it.
Yeah, I know. I've been right here with you.
Yeah, it's just the man. It's because you're too busy trying to call it.
Yeah, in-game management. Yeah, it's killing him.
And I think that's why he probably had a hard time.
I'm telling you, the kids love this dude. They love him to death, and they're fighting for him. I believe there's going to be a big upset in College Station this weekend. If the offense half-ass shows up, the defense is nasty. I've been watching it live all year, and I've been upset because the offense has been killing the defense. But the Miami score actually looked different because the defense was wore out by the fourth quarter, man. They were beat down. They were in the game too much. But
which game?
What do you say?
Which game?
The Miami game?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really, the defense has made this thing look better than it was this year so far.
And that's a gritty team. Miami's a gritty team that's just going to lean on you.
It's kind of crazy. He probably would have been gone sooner because I think those LSU and Miami games could have really been exploited if the defense hadn't played like it did, and we would have been like if we. Yeah. I mean, think about it. We were tasting blood for both those games.
Yep.
We had a pulse.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
Go ahead.
I love DJ to death, but if he goes down, I saw Trammell live, and Trammell's got a hell of a ball he throws.
He does. He looks very composed in the pocket.
And he's polished too. I mean, he does not look like a freshman on the field. He's poised. The kid looks special, man.
No question. I was at the LIU game as well.
Yeah.
James, thank you for the phone call, man. This has been great.
Yeah, man.
Are you going to the game this weekend? Or are you staying home?
No, I won't be in Texas A&M, but I'll be back down for the Mississippi State game. Like I said, I come down for all the home games, and then I usually try to catch one away game. I'll be in Jacksonville for Georgia.
Okay.
And I usually try to make you can see my avatar picture. I walk around with the blue and orange beard, so it's usually
I love it.
Usually how you can spot me there.
Well, James, you give us we'll have our watch party. So tune in with us if you want to see us.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
On Saturday.
Yeah, man. Y'all take care, bro. Y'all too.
Good stuff so far, boys. This is going better than I thought.
Best fans ever, Bob.
If you guys love the morning call-in show, let us know. I think this is gonna be good on Thursdays. Huge cock, big dog.
What up, Daddy?
What up, baby?
I was wondering if you got a letter in the mail saying you were related to another huge cock.
No.
No.
I wish.
No poll yet?
No. I guess I need to hit up Ancestry.com and see if I can.
You need to spit in the jar, get a little 23andMe in there, see if you get some. See if you can get some money coming.
I was really just calling in to see if we've extended Billy yet. He's going to tear Texas A&M up Saturday and go on this wild run, and he's going to weasel his way into another year.
Allo hasn't confirmed it yet. We're waiting for our source.
Yeah.
I love the morning call-in shows, fellas. It's been a blast being able to listen to it at work every morning.
Yeah, look, these are fun, man. I've like me and Cody, we've had a blast doing them. And we weren't sure how this call-in show was going to work, but you guys always continue to show up and show out, which is fun. So I appreciate that.
Codes, I got your back, bro. I worked night shift for 5 years, and everybody looks at you a little differently when you're drinking at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, but I completely understand.
Especially the bus driver.
that one was a little. That one made me crack up. Did that actually happen? Did you really get in trouble because you were drinking in front of the bus driver?
Yeah, the wife works at the school, and they called her in the office, asked her if everything was okay at home.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the game this weekend, big fella?
You know, it's always go Gators, but that's a hell of an uphill battle, man, especially going in there at night, and that damn stadium's wild. And you know how Billy is on the road, man. I mean, it'll be a good test for him. If he can somehow find a way to win, I mean, that'd be pretty wild. But slim chances for sure.
You know, I mean, it's become one of those places where you put it in that same echelon as Death Valley. And I would say that the team, you know.
Well, they're a little more weird.
Well, I'm talking
they're a little more weird, but it holds like how many? 112 or 15 or
12,000.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like
there's not a seat empty in that place.
Yeah, and they stand up the whole time. It's just, anyways, it's a hell of an environment, and especially being a night game. And
yeah,
Billy don't do well on the road, but maybe he'll turn it around. Nobody coaches better than Billy right before he's about to get fired.
Go into this place, and I think you go to the LSU game. They could have won that game. You go into this environment, man. That should be a point of like, who can beat us? Because the only other big game on the road, in my opinion, is going to be Ole Miss, which that probably will be a 3:30 game. Ole Miss isn't really intimidating anybody.
That's going to be a nasty game. I'm not even looking forward to that.
Why do they do poor Ole Miss like that? I mean, Ole Miss has got a hell of a team, and they're still kicking off 3:30 every weekend. Like, I don't give them boys a night game.
They didn't really play anybody though.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Well, you know, if Lane's so concerned about a night game, I know a team that gets plenty of night games in the SEC.
Well, look at this. Bob, I heard a stat this morning. The road team has dominated this series 4-1. That's kind of wild. Yeah, because think about it, when we played them last, when we beat them last, it was at Texas A&M, and then they beat us last year at home. And I don't know about the other ones, but I can't remember the other ones. But
all I remember
this for you, Keith. Would you prefer a coach that has already had coaching experience, or would you guys want a first-time head coach like maybe Shannon Dawson as the OC at Miami if we moved on from Napier?
No, you got to listen. In the predicament we're in right now, you have to go get a proven head coach. We can't. No more up and comers. No more shots in the dark. Like, this has got to be somebody that's going to blow the doors off the place when he walks in. Like, we can't afford not to.
1A, 1B for you before we let you go.
Kiffin, obviously. If you don't get Kiffin, I don't know where you go from there. Kurt Signetti, but he's so old. I really don't know. I mean, you really got to blow your load on Kiffin, and you got to make him say yes, no matter what it costs, what it takes. You've got to get him to say yes.
Well, I think,
my opinion.
I think the most responsible thing for you is to spit in that jar, figure out if you're related, and see if you can push the Kiffin narrative if things do go south. So
I can tell you I'm definitely somehow related to the guy. I just don't. I'm not aware, like, exactly sure how.
Figure it out, Keith. We need to
figure it out. And we can pray that it was that you know, it lines up that he's your dad, and you need 30 plus years of back child support, but that's okay. We'll front load it. We'll front load it to Kiffin.
I've met one of his siblings. They at one of the not siblings, his sons, I think, at the game, and like early on in the start of this, and the guy was like, "Oh, it's high top," and the guy turns around and goes, "Bro, this is the guy who calls your dad huge cock."
What's the deal with the I want to say Hetner, but that's not the right Hevesy. Yeah, the booster or
Moyer?
whatever that got in trouble today. Yeah,
Wait, today?
yeah. You didn't see that in the Discord earlier? Something about
Darren Heitner, the lawyer that was with the Rashada stuff?
Oh, you get hit a bad
Yeah,
spot, bub.
Um,
I'm all over bad service.
no, I didn't see it. Where can you send me a text of it? And I'll talk about it here in just a minute.
Yeah, I
I
will.
got you. I got you. You're driving.
All right,
I
all
got
right.
you.
All right, Keith. Love you, buddy. Thank you, man.
See y'all, man.
See you, buddy. Cutting in and out. Hevner. Is it Hevner? Is that Heitner? Jordan, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Going well, man. How are you?
Hey, doing well. I don't know what's going on. Like, my screen just went black, but apparently it's still working. So, hey, that's all good.
Yeah, we're just doing audio. We don't want to see anybody this early in the morning.
Hey, I respect that. I mean, I'm a freaking ogre, so it's all good. So I've been trying to call into you guys for a while, you know, especially on like Saturday nights, but it just gets too busy. And I'm in Missouri, so the time difference is a little bit different. But yeah, man. So if Billy wins out, obviously we probably look at everybody's happy. That's cool and all. But and we all say, hey, he needs an offensive coordinator, which I'm all cool for. But what if he goes like, let's say we win half the rest of the games, or we go 6-6 or whatever? Do we look at bringing him back with the mandate that, hey, you have to have an OC, given that we've had the toughest schedules back-to-back years?
No, he's gone.
He's gone.
No, I'm not. So we talked about it yesterday twice because Staples wrote an article about it, and then Brett Murphy wrote something about it of like everyone is in cahoots in the sense of like all the boosters are unhappy and their mind has made up that he can't win a championship. So there was an early report that if he goes 6-6 that he could still be there. But for me, the what it sounds like at the moment is that it's what it should have always been, is it's play over bust. Now I do believe 8-4 gets finicky, right? And I heard I was watching a clip yesterday, and it was crazy just hearing this conversation about, there was a Kentucky guy talking about how do they keep Mark Stoops, and it was like 3-9 he's gone, 4-8 he's gone, 6-6 they keep him, 5-9 worst case scenario is what they were saying, because that's like a play. And I'm thinking, I'm like, we're over here like 8-4, like get out of here. Like 6-6 are like, all right, Stoops. Now, obviously, a little bit of different situation. He's been there for a long time. They're willing to work through those things. The buyout's pretty hefty. I guess 5-9. I don't know why that changes from anything else, but I guess because it's like right in this zone of like, should we give him one more year or not? Like the guy was saying he doesn't think they win even 5 games, but it was interesting hearing that. So that's where I think Florida is. And that's where this game is massive, in my opinion, because if he loses by a field goal, I've told people like, hey, I don't think he gets canned right away, unless like it's just the same stuff that we've seen, like we saw us kind of almost blow it last weekend. Like that's where I think a lot of the boosters are at. That's kind of where I'm fed up with it. Like you show a lot of great things, but it's, you know, just the same kind of frustration.
Absolutely, man. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
It's from the Alligator. I don't know how great that reporting is.
The
Havener system. Oh, okay. We'll talk about it in just a minute, Jordan. Go ahead, bud.
Yeah. So for me, man, I want to like Billy, and I've been on the Billy train ever since he got here, just because of like what he can do to a program. I mean, it's unquestionable. I mean, the dude is an absolute beast when it comes to recruiting, getting his systems in place. He struggles to look in the mirror, and that's where it's so disheartening for us Gator fans. It's like, dude, you have everything we want in a head coach other than the fact that you suck at play calling. Like, come on. Like, your defense is championship caliber. We've all said that from day one this year. Like, you've got the pieces behind you, but like your offense is struggling, and there's only one reason. Like, you can't tell me DJ has gone downhill that much, or the offense has gone downhill that much, when the offensive play caller has been the same for the past 4 years. Like, the offense has been the exact freaking same, and we run the same like 6 plays, just a different variety of them.
Yeah, I think the only complaint that I have recruiting wise is the offensive line. He has not recruited that offensive line to a superb SEC caliber offensive line.
He hasn't spent the money on the line. Yeah. Like Miami has spent the money
It
and it
shows.
developed and it's paying off. I mean, hell, A&M's
Georgia.
line scares the crap out of me.
Look at
I'm
Georgia.
telling you right now, boys, that's going to be the true test of this defense. Like that, and that's something I think that's kind of exciting for me to this A&M game where, like, yeah, they've looked really good. We had the guy on yesterday. Like, dude, they haven't really showed too many any flaws. Like,
No.
we know where the kind of the concern is for Florida outside of penalties, but penalties kind of come and go with the games. So I don't really count that as like a, just a defined
agree.
thing that defines who you are. You can figure out, just kind of have a good game and things like that. But offensively, Marcel Reed doesn't get touched. Like the
Right.
guy has all day, and his pocket
Mhm.
presence is exceptional. I mean, he's very Jalen Hurts like, where he'll bounce around and he'll stand in there and wait. Like he doesn't look to run like we all think that he would because of what he did to us last year. But keep in mind, what he did to us last year, Connor Williams was the starting quarterback, or supposed to be, and then he was hurt, and then he steps in and ultimately takes the job over. But he's obviously worked on his presence and has gotten much, much better. So, and then the talent they have on wide receivers is interesting. But it's going to come down to, and it's not even about getting pressure to them. It's going to be what we've done the weeks prior to Texas, which is managing the pocket. If we can manage the pocket and squeeze it tight and then allow for our linebackers to drop back in coverage, that's what I'm excited to see. This defense excites me. There isn't a challenge that I don't think they can handle, which is really, really good. And then, of course, defensively, we know what Elko and Bateman are going to do to the DJ. I think they're going to disguise a lot of blitz, disguise a lot of coverages. That's what LSU did really, really well. And I think that's what A&M's going to do it tenfold. So we'll see how he looks. But he's looked much better, him being DJ Lagway.
Absolutely. And I think that, I mean, we've all alluded, or you guys alluded to it one time, is like, there's just no life in him on the sideline. And like, I don't think that's DJ. I think that's the coaching saying like, hey, that's not who we are. We're not this rowdy bunch of guys that likes to get, hoop and hollering on the sideline. It's more like, it's just like, yeah, like you guys have said, there's no excitement. And like the only time you saw anything or a glimpse of it is when we're doing somewhat well on offense. And it's like, that needs to be like all the time. Like you need to be in your guys' ear, like freaking getting them pumped up. That's what you're here for. Like, and I was talking about DJ, like you've got the whole Gator Nation behind you. Like it's not like, just quit trying to play that hero ball. And like we saw that against Texas. Like I don't think he really ran that much, if at all. He actually did what he did last year, and he became a pocket passer. And I mean, he lit it up. It's like, so obviously you need to do a little bit more of that.
No question. And look, I wonder. I asked it because I didn't see much of his interaction on the sideline for the Texas game. If it was different, like they had no problem showing it the other games when we were losing, but I didn't see much of it. The Texas game to see if he had any bounce back. Jordan, I appreciate you calling in, man. That was a great conversation again.
Hey, quick thing though, Jackson Cantwell, that's going to Miami. He's from my hometown.
Oh, the number one, the big.
Yeah, man. I was hoping he was going to go to Florida, but I mean, if you look at it, Miami's the better option for him when it comes to linemen because our lineman coach is just not doing it.
Yeah. Look, they're getting paid and developed. I mean, that's a hell of a thing to go up against right now. Yeah. It kills me to say it, but look, let's be honest. I mean, our line is looking better. I can't completely fault of its own, but it's Jake Slaughter is going to be a top pick. I think Barber has been exceptional this year. So
the young guys haven't looked like what they should. I mean, look at the two Georgia kids that we were after. That they're playing the same type of ball that we're playing SEC, and the two freshmen are stellar.
Who?
The two Georgia offensive linemen that are true freshmen. Gaspers and somebody. Yeah, Gaspers and the other kid.
Oh. Jordan, you're good, man.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. Hey, analytics say go for it. Always remember that.
Yep. Never punt.
I love it.
Never punt. Adios, guys. Have a good one.
Later, man. Yeah, punting's for losers. Cue ball.
Sure. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. Just want to say
shout out James.
Shout out to you, first of all, because my son came September 19th. Could probably could hear him in the background. So yeah, I knew you was talking about you was having a son. I was like, that's crazy. But
man, mine came the 24th.
The 24th. Yep. See, that's what's up, man. But just to some Gator talk, man. I probably be one of the non-like guys in here, just because I'm gonna say it, and I know people not gonna like it. I honestly believe in Billy, and I know it's probably like, whoa, what? I honestly believe in Billy. Just the of course the energy. To me, it's just the energy that needs to turn up from the beginning, from the start of the season. But if you look at, okay, we lost these games, and people say, oh, I think we're gonna lose against Texas A&M. I'm with you. If we lose, okay, lose, but if it's a field goal, I'm not all in arms. I'm okay just because I looked at Texas A&M team, and that's literally a top 5 team, probably more of a top 3 team in the nation right now. So, I believe I believe in Billy. Just the recruiting. I think that one more year, Miles Graham being his 3rd year, just everybody getting into their 3rd year. I honestly think they're going to not extend Billy, but I think he'll get one more year after this. If it's not a shit show, if it's not 2-9 or 2-10 or whatever the record could be. But yeah, if it's 6-6, if it's 7-5, 8-4, definitely 9-3, Billy's coming back. And that's just my belief in it right now.
Yeah, I don't think 6-6 brings him back. But also, I want to say this too, because you said I'm not going to be most like guy. I've kind of learned that a lot of people still kind of believe in Billy more than I think we realize. I believe the people that don't like it's usually the negative comments are the loudest. Like, go look at Yelp.
Right.
People aren't usually running to the boards to show their support for something. That's just kind of human nature. So it's not that it's definitely louder than what it has been, but there's still a handful of the people that, because of all those things that we've always talked about, like that look really, really good. And that's why I've always kind of been on this belief train and supported them. For me, it's the same things continuing to happen. And that's kind of where on the USF, it's like, look, this is where I'm frustrated of like, it's never been the play calling for me. Like, everyone has their reasons and their frustrations, and that's fine. It's been just the lack of management. But look, from what I've heard and what we've read and the things that we've talked to, I don't think there's a chance in hell that 6-6 keeps him here. But at the same breath, we're wrong before. I'm not saying this like confidently as if like, yeah, like I know for a fact. We've read multiple things that make me feel that could be true, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I feel that take as well. So, I mean, me and my pops, we always go to a game every year. He went to Florida, so we make sure we're in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. So we always make sure we go to a game every year. This year it's the Mississippi.
That'll be a good game, the throwback game.
You there?
Oh,
lost him.
Oh, all right, cute. Appreciate you calling in, man. Aaron, what's up, man?
What's going on, bud? How y'all doing?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
All right, I got 3 quick little things. I'm kind of with my guy that just called about the Billy thing. I got mixed emotions on it like everybody does, but I think he's a good guy, good coach. He's done good stuff for us, and I think he's brought a lot of good talent in that we have not had in a couple years. And I don't think nobody can disagree with that. Now, as far as him needing help, I think he could use it, which that, like y'all said, that's probably out the window by now. So it's either going to be playoffs or bust, like you said. The thing I wanted to ask y'all about was if we can't get Lane, I honestly don't think there's nobody else that we need to look for. I mean, I know that's hard to say, but I mean,
you could obviously put feelers out for Lane now, see if he's gonna come if you do fire Billy. I mean, I think there's other candidates out there that can come in, not lose a bunch of players, and take this thing.
Okay. Well, the only thing that bothers me is I'm an SEC guy. I'm a Florida guy. If Florida ain't in it, I'm pulling for whoever else is in the SEC. That's how I am. I don't want. This goes back to not trying to talk bad about Billy at all. I don't want us to hire somebody that's okay. He's 43-2, but in the South Georgia Conference. I mean, that's not even really relevant.
You're muted. Chelt.
Yeah. Hey man, you mute.
Oh, yeah. It's such a you bring up a good point that Cody and I kind of talked about offline a little bit of, when at work, if something's frustrated or, because I'm a manager. So sometimes people get frustrated with me of like, I want to go on someone else's team. Right. Like
Yeah.
they're kind of, we're busting heads. And I was like, it's not always greener than the other pasture. All right. Let's figure this thing out. And so I've kind of alluded to that a little bit. The problem is that there's just the things that Napier has done too consistently over 4 years where people are turned off. But you haven't make a great point. I was like, where do you go? Obviously, these people have these lists. Like Dan Lanning's on this list, like Kiffin's on this list, Singetti's on this list. For me, it's hard to even buy into any of these lists because I'm like, what is the reality that we go and get any of these guys?
I don't think there is a reality.
Yeah, I don't. There's no way. We scoop up Dan. I wouldn't mind like a Stein. Obviously, you're taking a risk there with the offensive coordinator from Oregon. The Rashley, the coach from SMU, wouldn't be a horrible option. There's obviously some concerns there, but at least he's shown to go and take a team that had very little, and it took him to an ACC championship in his
Kenny
second year.
Dillingham, maybe.
Who?
Kenny
Dillingham. Yeah, there's some guys out there that that have showed success and have won in a big time moment and have played in a big time atmosphere with less that I would be willing to go get. And those that's where I would look at is like a Dillingham, a Rashley, even the guy from Iowa State. I can't think of his name at the moment. Campbell, who has done a lot with little. Those are guys that I would probably look towards next, personally.
Okay, now, I'm gonna have to get out and unload. I drive a truck, but anyway, they can wait on me. If we can't go after somebody like Lane or somebody that's a proven coach, SEC, and I say SEC coach because I feel like we got more of a competitive thing and it helps. That's just my opinion. If you can't go for somebody like Lane, do you say, okay, Billy, if you don't get this OC by the end of the year, you got to have an OC. If you don't want to hire that OC, you're out. Done. That's it. Bottom line. There's no extension, no nothing. You're done.
I think you can hire the best. I think you could hire Lane Kiffin as an OC and Billy still won't run his stuff. I think
that's the bad part about it.
I think he's that stubborn.
Yeah, I think that was the issue because I think he wanted people to come in and just basically call him like
we could have got go-go.
He wants his offense to work. He won't trust another offense. So,
but you can't say, then this is what aggravating. You can't look at that Texas game. Now, at the fourth quarter, I thought we was going to slip up and let them come back. Now, Arch did not play his best game by no means. But I don't think that was all Billy calling plays in that game.
No, that was definitely Billy-esque at the end there.
At the end, yes. But that first and second quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It was weird. It was weird.
We come out knocking blocks off, and I was like, well, damn, what Florida team is this?
You and us both.
We didn't even we weren't even prepared for it.
Yeah, we were.
So I don't know. But one other thing I wanted to hit right quick. I say if we play like we did, I say we beat A&M by 10. If we don't play like we did against Texas, I'm not even gonna cut the TV on. I'm gonna cut it off in the first quarter. And I am pissed off that they took LSU out of our rotation every single year. I felt like that was just as big as a game as Georgia. That's just my opinion.
I agree.
Y'all have a good one, guys. I love the show, and I appreciate everything y'all do.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the support.
All right, man. Thank y'all.
Be good. Scott, smoke for Marcus Freeman. I would love Marcus Freeman. That's another big one that I would love.
Marcus Freeman fan.
No, I didn't ask you, Cody.
I know.
Why not?
Just not my cup of tea, man.
You don't like coaches that go play in national championships? I hear you. Is that what it is?
I feel like he loses some games that he probably shouldn't. So,
like championship games?
Oh, like Northern Illinois.
I mean, that was one time.
One time shouldn't happen.
Lane lost to Florida last year with the playoffs on the line.
Florida's a little bit better team than Northern Illinois.
I don't know. Northern Illinois had George Gums. Mob 2-4. What's up, man?
Yo, what's good, dude? How you today?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
Hey, so the game on Saturday, one thing I've noticed since the beginning of the season is our third downs. When we played Long Island was probably our best third down game
I would hope
until the
so.
Texas game Saturday.
Yeah, we
So
were fantastic Saturday on third down. We were going bananas.
so one of the benefits I have seen, Texas A&M struggles on the third down also. So that does give us a little bit of a benefit. But I don't know what Billy does from the beginning of the season. If you look at our first 4 games, and the third down percentage is absolute trash. I don't know if it's the rotations that he's putting in for third down, or if our offensive line just don't give enough push on third down to to accomplish it. Because even we seen last week, we see it all over the college football spectrum. 3rd and 10s, 3rd and 12s, we all want that 3rd and 1. We all want that 3rd and 2. But a good team's they're gonna get a first down on 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 2, no matter what.
More consistently. I think the biggest thing is, and we saw it this weekend, and when we did the film breakdown with Steve, it was very eye-opening. The 3rd and 10 thing, I don't have an answer for you. But when Florida is able to get into a rhythm, and I think the biggest factor was when DJ started throwing the ball, like first play of the game, for them to do a play action, you saw what the team did. They brought everybody. They're like, they're not going to throw. DJ Lagway doesn't have any confidence. The biggest factor why Texas looked so on their heels was because all of a sudden they had to trust everything this offense could throw at them. I mean, there was options everywhere, and it was working. When only half the options are working, right? When you hear Napier say, hey, we have to execute, it allows for that defense to take full advantage and to play on their toes a little bit and not have to, and kind of bite more, which is what Kermani was doing a lot of, I feel, and that's why he was getting burned a lot, was trying to make the big play. You can take those shots and those advantages when only half of it's working. So part of why the third down success happened so well is because everything was executing, and DJ just played much better. Now, 3rd and 10 play calling, that's another conversation for another day. We have a whole show on that.
Yeah, that's definitely for a high-powered offense. If you got the receivers, you got the personnel that's going to protect the quarterback in the pocket in 3rd and 10, they're going to accomplish it. But given the steps that we have went through, because we are going through emotions at the University of Florida. We have been to the lowest of lows this year, and now for some reason we're at the highest of highs, heading into actually another big game this weekend. And I fully expect our offensive line to be exactly what they said on the offseason, because we was supposed to have one of the best offensive lines in the SEC. And I feel if they can protect Lagway this weekend and give him time to throw, and Texas A&M don't go look back at what Texas or what Miami did to us or what LSU did to us, because them guys pressured Lagway a lot. If our line can withstand the missiles coming at them on the line, I really think that we can win this game. But I don't think it's going to be no shootout, because Texas A&M's proved this year they can win a dogfight. LSU don't have an offense as great as what Florida's can be, or I'm sorry, Auburn. But I think the final score to that was 16-10.
I think this game has the likings to look like the LSU game a little bit, but A&M is better offensively. But I think if Florida plays better offensively, that it'll have the feel that, you know what I'm saying, where it's going to be kind of just it's going to be which offense can pull out of it more, because I think defensively both are going to be tested in the sense where I think Marshall Reed's going to see a defense he hasn't seen yet. Florida's going to see a defense they haven't seen yet. The issue for Florida versus LSU was we just couldn't get anything going offensively. So. And not to mention we turned the ball over 5 times. So I think it's going to come down to this, where we talked about last night, is the penalties. If A&M can shoot themselves in the foot and Florida plays a clean game, and Florida has done a great job turning the ball over. I mean, think about that Texas game. We played well offensively, right? But we had a blocked punt for 2 points. We had 3 turnovers. I mean, in the same breath, it could have been more. Could have been worse, right? It could have been.
Oh yeah, I agree. It could have been a blowout. Yeah. I will say that the all 3 phases of the game matters, and we see it with each one of our coaches, whether it was Muschamp, McElwain, or Mullen, and even Napier. You have to win in all 3 phases of the game.
And that's
when we're winning national champ.
I feel like that.
Napier.
I feel like the only time we've won all 3 phases of the game is in Texas, at the Texas game.
I'm saying this. We haven't had a complete game like that since Napier has been here. We had turnovers. We had special team actions like that. When everything is going that way, you're like, yeah, nobody's beating you.
And you're 4 years into this thing.
You get another.
That was one of the.
and we have a guy now back there. Sorry to interrupt, but another guy back there that could take it to the house. Like right now, again, it's that whole feeling like it could feel like it could bust here in a minute. Because if you get a block punt or a kick return at Kyle Field, buckle up, boys. Something special's a brewing.
I agree. Because like I remember one of the biggest things me loving about Urban Meyer was our special teams.
Yeah.
Like that the special teams was absolutely amazing. We're blocking punts, we're returning kickoffs. You know, that excites the game because I do believe in complementary football. So if you get a chance on special teams to take a block punt and set yourself up inside somebody, the opposing team's territory, or you get that's a +6 on the board.
Sure.
That's almost a free +6 if you're playing complementary football. So that is definitely a benefit. And like you said, Texas game is the first time we've seen all 3 phases. And I hope we get to see it again this weekend. It would be absolutely awesome. And it give me a little more faith into what we got coming up. But I still do remain a realist because this Texas A&M defense is going to be a bunch of brutes.
My only concern is Billy Napier has never been good at continuing good momentum. It seems like every time we rack up some momentum at something, they just come out flat and get dog walked, and that's another thing that's frustrating.
Got a lot to answer this week. Well, Mob, I appreciate you calling, man. Good stuff. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks. You guys have a good day. Go Gators.
Go Gators, man.
For sure.
All right, last call here, boys and girls. Hey, so far, man, this has been awesome. Thank you guys so much for making this show work. We know Cody and I were literally before the show said it's either gonna be great or it's gonna be a bust. But you guys show up and show out. We love it. Darian, my man, what's up, Bubba?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Hey, we got to figure it out regardless. Got you on, so I love this, man. How you doing?
Oh yeah, heck yeah! Can't believe I'm here, bro. I got a question. So, if we beat Lane again this year, is he still like on everybody's list? Because last year we beat him in Florida. Then we go to Ole Miss this year, and I feel like we can handle them. Even going to Texas A&M, I am a little concerned, but if we can contain Marcel Reed, I feel like it's a different conversation. The offense looked really well last week, and the O-line played a lot cleaner. So if we can get a clean O-line game like we did last week, Jordan Castell, help Carmani over the top, please. We won't get beat a lot, I feel. DJ settle in and comfy with Dolly Wally out there. Bro, I was on the get rid of Billy train a little bit, but I personally feel he's the type of head coach that he's a manager. So it's like if he can just manage, all the players love him, all the recruits love him. You hear all this stuff. So it's like if you get rid of him, what are you really gonna lose when it comes to the people who might leave because Billy left? So if we keep him and force his hand to get a great OC, I feel like the sky's the limit, bro.
Lot to unpack there, Cody.
I don't think that he's gonna beat Lane this year. I don't necessarily believe that is a factor of you should hire somebody or not, because Lane Kiffin is dealing with a different deck of cards when it comes with money and recruiting, and status of a school, recruiting ground. Just Mississippi, they have some good players. But Alabama, Auburn are right there picking up, and LSU are picking most of those kids up on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. They're not usually staying in state to go to the in-state schools. Not the 5-stars that come out of there.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, man, it's tough. I don't know. Billy's not very good on the road. Not very good against ranked teams. The cards are stacked against him on that aspect. Listen, I want him. I just want to win. I don't care who does it. I don't care who's calling plays. I just want to win. And
I think the question is actually a really good question, because this is kind of, it puts us in, if you put yourselves into a corner, because us Gator fans, like, we want, and we want this perfect candidate. And
nobody's perfect.
This just shows you it doesn't exist. So yeah. I get, like, because I last year I was like, wow, we want a guy that we beat. But in the same breath, like you said, that there is obviously, I mean, Florida should, if we talk about how to be in a much higher, caliber of school, they should be beating Ole Miss. There shouldn't be a question.
I mean, when was the last time that Ole Miss was good prior to Kiffin? I know they had like a little spout where they were like number 2 or 3 in the nation for like a week or 2 weeks. But besides that, they're not a power program in the SEC. So, man, I think with the amount of money, the recruiting grounds there, I think a lot of the offensive players that we want to keep will stay for Kiffin, especially with that new rule in effect. I think he's a home run, man. I think you gotta, whoever doesn't like him at the UAA or whatever, you gotta put your pride aside and look in the mirror and say, hey, we're willing to win. We got a stacked roster. We need an Urban Meyer to get this thing going. You know, it's like Mark Richt, Kirby Smart. We just need the guy to take it over the top.
The your other comment too of like the Marcel Reed, like there is that component that we haven't, you know, there's two sides to it. Have we seen A&M hit its full potential? And in the same breath, have we seen Marcel Reed be fully tested yet? And how does he respond? So a lot of unknowns headed into this weekend for sure.
There's also a third possibility with Texas A&M that nobody's talking about. You know what that is?
Hoping you're going to tell us.
They could have a bunch of players get bit by the snakes that they play with. And so that could be a thing too, where they have a bunch of players, you know, out from playing with the rattlesnakes. So besides that,
yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I think we're gonna have a good one there, man.
It should be fun.
And then we got Will Griffin coming in, bro. I love him. He gonna be a game changer too. Watch out for him.
Yeah, Darian coaches Will. So yeah, that should be fun, man. I'm excited for him. He's a phenomenal young man, and can't wait to have him be a Gator for sure.
Dude, I can't wait to see him in the Kiffin offense. This he's gonna sling it all over the yard. You see what I did there?
Hey, I like it. Well, hey, I appreciate y'all for having me.
Appreciate you, man.
It's a blessing. Love y'all, bro.
Love you, man. Thank you, man. Be good. Go Gators.
Yes, sir. Go Gators.
Did you see this, Cody? I knew you were leaving me.
What?
Cody started to realize that Sheldon's a true Disney Gator. Cody will start his own show next season. I knew it.
I had my own show once.
I knew it.
Boring.
I knew it.
Boring.
I just knew it.
I
knew you were on your way out.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving. I don't even know what a true Disney Gator even means. That's just. This is what I've learned. I've actually, you know, if there's actually healthy. It's healthy to be that, to have two sides of it, to have two, because Dave is not. Every Wednesday, I gotta hop on the call and him be, you know, his negative, his Debbie Downer Dave, and I like it.
The Discord is not.
Yeah, I'm on my own Discord. I'm over here fighting off bats.
Yeah.
So I live in this world of, you know, battling against the downers. I love it. It's good for you. It's healthy.
Yeah,
it's healthy. Rook can go start his own show. We're done with him.
We're not mad. Just disappointed, Rook.
Just disappointed. Well, what do we think? Oh, it's a good show.
Oh, banger for sure.
You guys enjoy the call-in segment? I thought it was pretty great.
No
more call-in shows. We got to wrap up. Cody's got to go to bed, and my eye's killing me right now.
Yeah, I think that was good. I think that's something that we add in here to the morning shows. Always growing, always trying new things.
Yep, got to keep pushing the envelope here.
We'll self-evaluate and see what we can do better, and see if our systems allow that to happen. And
that's a lane move. Those are lane hands.
If it's something that we can implement, especially here in week 6, where we really start getting going, we'll definitely bring that in here to the University of Florida.
That was a lane movement. Those are lane hands. What's your recommendation, Jordan? I don't even see your comment, bud. What did he say?
We're always self-scouting.
That was perfect. You watching too many leg pressures, bro. That was wild. This right here is what put me over the edge. What was the other thing? How do I join the Discord? Get him out, GM. Oh, it was Jordan's recommendation to call it. Oh, shout out Jordan. The become a member, which you can join if you're on your desktop. You just join, and then you're able to get access to the Discord link. That's how it works. So, wow. I recommended the call-in show Monday. I do remember it being in the chat. I just remember who it was. So, shout out Jordan.
You know, we're here at High Top. We're very aware of our surroundings and what people are saying. Sometimes we like to block out the noise, but we're always self-evaluating.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Jordan says I want to join the team. Well, look, Cody's going to be gone next year, so you can have his seat.
This is where I want to be. Obviously, this is a talent evaluate. This is a talent evaluation. And if you're not getting top 5 recruiting classes here at High Top, then we know what's going to happen to you in 3 or 4 years. The expectation level is very high here. We know that.
Y'all be good. We'll see you live tomorrow at
right men for the
9:35. We're previewing all the games headed into this weekend.
High
Shout
length
out,
and
Cody.
speed here at High
Y'all
Top.
be good.
We
Peace
have
and
it
love,
all.
baby.
I mean,
Fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think.